Hey, what's up, everybody? Mike Lindsley back with you. It is 9 minutes with me here from Rosie's Corner. It's a Fish Friday. Stop in if you're in and around central New York. They've got the entree version, the lunch version as well with a sandwich. Pair it with the coleslaw, the mac and cheese, the french fries. I just assume get all the sides and the fish sandwich as well, or the entree. It's just so good. The mac and cheese, of course, is homemade as well, and it is delicious. You can get it on Thursdays and Fridays here. Plus, don't forget about your favorite pizza wing combinations. They've got the regular wings, hot wings, garlic parm wings, gold fever wings, and they can put together any kind of pizza that you like as well, from veggie to garlic to pepperoni sausage, etc. Rosie's Corner here, desserts to go, Pepsi products in the cooler, salads and more. Stop on by to Rosie's Corner for Fish Friday and more for lunch and dinner today and every single week. I want to get into Naomi Osaka and the French Open, and I think this is a lot more of a serious problem than people report on it. It's easy for people to just poo-poo it because it's women's tennis, it's not the NFL. No, it's important. These are athletes, of course. They're stars. They make a ton of money. She's won, I think, 4 of the Grand Slams already. She's had a number 2 seed in the French Open before she withdrew. She's arguably the best player in the world, but she has suffered from anxiety and depression. And we need to pull back sometimes as sports fans, and we demand everything and take a chill pill, because these are still people. And Naomi Osaka is no different. She's a person. She's had anxiety issues. She's had depression issues. She simply addressed those issues and said that she doesn't want to talk to the media. She doesn't feel comfortable. She might be worried about saying something that she shouldn't and not know it. Having a little bit of a pause, some speaking issues, getting emotional during the interview, not hearing people correctly because of that anxiety and just not being focused. Not everybody's built to just go and be in front of 50 media people with a million microphones. They're not built for that. And all she did was say that she has these issues and she'd like to not talk to the media, and she got crushed for it by the all the tennis committees, the Roland Garros people, and all the rest. She got killed for it, and basically she withdrew because she wants to focus on more personal matters and all that. She is recognizing that her anxiety and her depression are a little bit bigger than playing tennis, even in a Grand Slam event. And I've seen athletes in my time covering sports. I've seen them have issues with anxiety and have issues with depression, have issues with stuttering or whatever the case may be. I remember covering Demetrius Nichols when he was a Syracuse basketball player, and in the beginning of his career, he was extremely frightened when he was in front of cameras and in front of microphones and all the rest, not necessarily because of anxiety or depression like Osaka, but he had a stuttering problem. And what can that do? It can cause anxiety and cause depression and cause, questioning yourself. And, I don't know if I want to talk to these people because if I say something or if I stutter, something's going to happen. And oh, by the way, we have a whole other wrinkle to this story, a whole other wrinkle with modern sports and modern technology. You know what those 2 words are inside that wrinkle? Social media. And so here's the thing, it's twofold. Number one, social media allows you to basically have a platform and talk to anyone. Naomi Osaka's been tweeting about this whole situation. Well, listen, if you're the media and you can't get access to her, just go quote tweet what she's saying and just write your article. Haven't we learned during these coronavirus times, by the way? Haven't we learned how to cover sports? We've learned to Zoom. We've learned how to do things at home. We've learned how to communicate. We have cell phones. We have computers. We have Zoom. We have all these Google Duo. We've learned how to cover things, sports, music, etc. We've learned how to watch live concerts without being in attendance. It's not as fun, but we've learned how to do it. We've adapted. We've done this for 14, 15, 16 months, whatever the hell it's been. To me, if Naomi Osaka has anxiety and depression issues and doesn't want to talk in front of the media, she's not like LeBron James. She's not like Peyton Manning. She's not like Sidney Crosby. She's not like many other players on the tennis tour, both women and on the female and men's side, female male side. She's different. She has issues with anxiety, issues with depression. She doesn't feel comfortable doing it. Then don't make her do it. And if you're a reporter and you have a hard time with it, tough shit. It's very simple. Just go and look at what she's tweeting. That's where she's more comfortable. She can write it. Her face isn't in front of a computer, and it's still access to her account, and you can quote tweet it inside articles. You can still cover the game. She might say something after a match like, really great job by my opponent, da-da-da-da-da. Super excited to move on to the second round. Something that's generic, you can still use it as content inside of your article, not the end of the world, and still cover the sport to the best of your ability. I think this is a major issue because I think people look at athletes, they look at entertainers, musicians, etc., movie stars, actors, actresses, they look at people and say, oh, well, they're invincible. Come on, give me a break. The excuses, come on, you're making $20 million a year, you're making this, you're doing that. You've got advertisements on your clothing. You've got sponsorships galore. You clean your ear and you have $100 bills coming out on Q-tips. Not that simple. These people are still humans, and I give Naomi Osaka a ton of credit for withdrawing in the French Open, for standing her ground, for telling people how she feels, for explaining anxiety and depression. I think more people should be warm to this situation. If somebody has a problem, if somebody has an issue, and is struggling with something personally, do not poo-poo it. I don't care if they're Naomi Osaka. I don't care if they're me and you. I don't care if they're anybody. And by the way, a lot of anxiety and depression and different issues that people are going through personally, it leads to the suicide stuff that we've seen and those numbers that have been growing, which is a sad, sad state around our world. Well, if we can kind of control it, we can curb it, we can make things happen to help people in the beginning. To me, that's a win-win. Hats off to Naomi Osaka. Hope she's feeling better in the near future. Hope to see her on the court again. She's a dynamic player. Again, I give her a ton of credit for speaking out and then withdrawing from the French Open. Mike Lindsley with you here. It is 9 minutes with me from Rosie's Corner. Stop on down for pizza, pasta, hot and cold subs, and more. They've got the salads to go, desserts to go, Pepsi products in the cooler. And oh, by the way, they are available on Grubhub as well. Today is a Fish Friday, so grab the sandwich or the entree with your mac and cheese, coleslaw, and fry side options as well. You can hit me on Twitter at Mike L Sports, and don't forget to download and subscribe to my podcast. It's called the ML Sports Platter, all over the major platforms where you get podcasts: Apple, Stitcher, Deezer, Google, you name it. And for example, just find the podcast button on your Apple phone. It's purple with a little, kind of sound microphone or antenna, whatever the heck that thing is. You tap it, you hit search, type in ML Sports Platter, hit subscribe, and you will get new and archived episodes of the ML Sports Platter delivered right to your phone with the likes of Bob Costas, Adrian Wojnarowski, Cal Ripken Jr., Eric Wood, and many other people, including best-selling authors as well. The ML Sports Platter, brought to you by Rosie's Corner. Stop by today and every week for Fish Friday, the mac and cheese coleslaw, and of course, all the other great things here at Rosie's. Mac and cheese, by the way, is available on both Thursdays and Fridays. You can get that, the coleslaw, the French fries for your side options with the fish all day long. As I always tell you, enjoy the games.